here, Matt?
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good one.
Head to your pickup at the Royal Sonesta Chicago downtown.
I'm getting over here, man.
Turn left on East Becker Drive. New message from Manny. Be right there.
Amen.
Using the left lane, turn left on North Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, get on out of here. How many?
Yeah,
Where you headed, man?
heading back home, San Francisco.
Okay, all right. Just here on business?
Yeah, I was here a couple days before the conference.
Gotcha. Is your first time here?
Turn left on
We'll be here a couple of times.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
Using the left lane, turn left on East Ontario Street.
Manny, which conference were you here for?
Just my company's internal conference. Yeah, it's like a BD Academy for the principal school, for the partner school here within my firm. So, not big. It's like about 50 people. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty big. You said is your firm your law firm?
No, we are a professional services firm. So, got audit, tax, advisory, and I'm on the advisory arm. So.
Okay, all right.
No, it's one of the smaller ones. Next month we're going to Orlando, and there's like 1,000 partners, principals within the firm. That's going to be the huge conference.
Yeah, that's pretty big. 1,000
people.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. So, what do you think about Chicago, man? Like, you like the city?
I really like the river. You know, like how tidy, how calm it is. I don't like the weather.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm like, you going back to San Francisco, but it's you're about to miss some good weather, man. We're gonna be like in the 80s this weekend.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No, like I arrived on Monday and it was like low 50s, and then yesterday I was like, you know, like I didn't realize it was going to go back up to like 70 and all that. Like when I was going out at night and my colleagues had bundled up, I was like, dang, this is warm. Like what the hell? And then like today it's cold.
Yeah, that's around this time of year. That's when we do it. It's like a sawtooth pattern, man. It just goes up and down. But then right towards like late May, it starts to like trend upwards.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Nice.
So is that where you're from? You live in San Francisco?
I am now in San Francisco, but I was born and raised in Hong Kong. So when I moved to LA when I was 16, went up to the Bay for school, went back down to LA after I graduated, moved to New York for 5 years, moved back to the Bay. So,
Well, you've been all over the place.
yeah, all over. Been to Chicago quite a few times now.
But you say
pretty. It's just so pretty.
Yeah, that's definitely what I mean. I was going to ask if you lived in New York, and you compare that to Chicago, it definitely would be a lot cleaner. 'Cause I've been to New York. You know, I mean, I like New York. It's cool, but it's definitely not as clean as Chicago. At least in certain parts.
It's dirty. Got that game where like you take the subway and it's called like a spot a rat. It's like you and your friend.
Yeah.
Who can spot a rat first? And usually it doesn't take longer than like 20 seconds to spot one.
No.
So.
You know, that's funny. I didn't see any rats. Like I took the subway when I was in New York, and
you have to look down on the track, and it's very easy. And, like people don't look because like it's camouflage, right? Like,
yeah.
It's all like very dark. It's very difficult to see, but when people look closer,
they're right there. Huh?
Yeah, there's always one crawling.
Well, you know, I'll tell you. Look, you don't have to look far on the streets because that whole trash thing that they do, I was not ready for that, man. It was just, jeez. So yeah, we definitely got them beat on that, you know. But I like New York, you know.
I miss it. I was just there for like 3 weeks ago in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely. I miss it a lot. It's developed, especially in Hudson Yard.
Well, you see, look, that's what Chicago's trying to do. Like, if you look, there's one there. There's one over here somewhere, but we're just putting up skyrises everywhere.
Yeah.
Still can't compare it to New York, though.
You originally from here? Local?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, born and raised.
Nice. That's awesome.
But I've been to I've been all over the country, you know. And you know, it's funny. So I went to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And because it was like me and my girl, we stopped there because we were going to Napa Valley, so we were going to drive.
That's awesome.
And it was pretty cool. It was a cool trip. We actually wound up doing the balloon ride over the vineyards out in Napa Valley.
That's awesome, man.
But what was funny about San Francisco was this was my first time there, and apparently there's like a lot of homeless people there, or unhoused.
It's so bad.
Well, we have that here too. You just can't see it. It's like it's in certain spots, man. Because
it's just everywhere.
Well, but what's funny about those guys? Well, not funny, but it was peculiar because those guys aren't necessarily like, they're not aggressive. They're just kind of like, I I guess they choose to be, I'm not gonna say they choose to be homeless, but they're just kind of out there.
Choose to be homeless.
Okay, you said it.
I would say a lot of them, they choose to be homeless because of how landlord policy is and how friendly it is. Like the policy, I would say in California, it's not to help people. It's not how to like. It's not to help teach people how to fish, but they just pass out fish, right? And that's, to me, that's not truly helping people. Who don't want to help people, right? Like all of us are passionate about helping other human beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to truly help them, for me, is to help them be independent.
To help them
now,
help themselves. Yeah.
A lot of them cannot be because, you know, like I'll say, you know, like they could be disabled, they could be handicapped, they could be mentally impaired, and I truly believe, like, for those folks, we need help. Just pass out the fish because they're not capable. But if you just look at the broader crowd there, so many of them walking around, right? You know, like you know they are totally capable, right? If they are just doing drugs, if they are just, you know, like drinking alcohol, right? You know, like then why aren't we able to help them in a more positive way? That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I'll say, that has to do with specifically for like California as a whole, just because of how friendly the policies are. And you know, like you said, right? You know, I'm here, I don't see that many homeless. Maybe like one, you know, here, one there, right? Like, just the problem is nowhere close to what we're encountering in California.
Well, listen, here's the thing. So here in Chicago, there are a lot of programs to help the homeless.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's on both ends of the spectrum. Like you do, you know, we have the give them fish people,
Yeah.
where, you know, you just, because some of them they just can't, like they have mental problems.
Some of them you cannot, like, yeah, some of them they just can't, right? And we have to be compassionate about those folks, and we have to help them. Really, just, you know, like you have to pass out just the fish. But a lot of them, really, we have to teach them and almost in a sense force them learn how to fish, learn how to be independent.
Well, they have a lot of programs here for you know, for those people like here in Chicago. You know, just, it's kind of like leg up programs where they, you know, they kind of help them get off the streets and kind of get them into programs, and, you know, because I guess the major thing here was like substance abuse. Like, you know, they're just trying to get them off of drugs, off of alcohol, off of whatever.
Yes.
That's why you don't see a whole lot of them, because there used to be a lot of homeless people here. But number one is the weather. Like, man,
oh, that's true. Yeah, the weather.
Yeah, we can't. You know, it's like, you got to be tough to be homeless in Chicago, man, because we got about 9 months of winter. But you know, it's you know what was it was funny. So when I was in San Francisco, because I was only passing through, so I wouldn't forget where I was, but I'm pretty sure you know the Strip. It's like where all the restaurants were.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, you know, I'm used to a certain type of unhoused person. You know, like the people here, they don't mess with you. You know, it's like you might see one or two people with a sign saying they help me or whatever, but for the most part, they don't really bother you. But in San Francisco, it's not that the guy was bothering us, but there was this guy, and we walked by him, and I kind of looked at him. You know, he looked at me, and, you know, I got my girl with me, so I'm kind of keeping her close, because, you know, I don't know what to expect. And then, you know, he kind of looks at me, then and I can feel him get up and start walking after we walk by. So he was like, hey, psst. And, you know, normally in situations like that, you don't really turn around, but I have to because I'm with her. I turn around, and he's doing this.
Dude.
He's just being stupid. He's being silly. He's like, you know, he's walking behind me like you know, I said, I made you look. It's like, what are you doing? It's just so silly. I was just like,
the scene of it is ridiculous.
That's why I feel like those guys, they like being homeless. I mean, well, I use the term loosely, but I don't think they really care about like working or anything like that. They just kind of like their life.
No, I mean, and that's why, you know, like I decided, like, right, you know, like they, you know, like some people, they choose to be homeless because, you know, like they don't have to do anything and they know they will be fed. It's almost like an incentive, right? Like an incentive for some folks. If they have given up on everything, that's a way out. Be homeless, you know, like free food, free drinks, to some extent, sometimes free alcohol and free drugs.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, for what I saw, those guys, look, they had because now this wasn't San Francisco. This was actually in LA, and I was not prepared for this. Oh my God! Not even walking, just driving by there. I had no idea that was real.
No, in San Francisco, you probably didn't pass through like the real Tenderloin, right? Because like the real Tenderloin, it's like freaking zombies. It's like I don't know if you play video games like, but it's like it looks like Biohazard.
I play Biohazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I was in that part.
No, but there's an area in San Fran that's just like the Skid Row in LA. It's sad. It's sad to see things like that. You know, like some people just get lured into the whole thing.
Well, like I said, we definitely don't have that kind of homeless problem here. I mean, we got, you know, and you know what's weird? So, I don't know who's doing this, but there are some organizations that go out and you know, this is like you said, like give them fish. Like they feed these people and they, you know, give them food. They even make sure they have like cell phones and stuff. Like, go figure. No, seriously, there's programs where they get free cell phones.
Oh boy.
And they gave them like a bunch of them. Have you ever seen those ice fishing tents? So you know, like the really nice, sturdy ones. And yeah, and it's like a whole lineup. Like in certain places, like underneath the expressway, they have like 30 of them. It's almost like a tent town.
Yeah, it's discouraging because like you know, those money needs to come from somewhere.
That's what I'm
And it's
wondering who's
coming from
doing
you
it.
and I. Right? Well,
But
that's
I
you
feel
because
like
you know.
I don't know if the city or anybody, any official.
It's usually state funding. It's usually coming from
Does
state
that?
funding. Yeah, state funding. Usually it's the one. Like for example, like cell phones, right? Like you said. It's
Well, yeah,
different.
that.
You know, passing out food and all that, right? You know, a lot of it is you know, like throughout programs and whatnot. You know, leftovers from like groceries, right? But like when you start talking about like cell phones and all the other, like the money needs to come from somewhere. And it's coming from you and I, right? Like people who actually work.
Yeah, that whole cell phone thing, I couldn't figure it out either. I was like, how can they have cell phones? Like how do they charge them? I don't know.
There's also a lot of like I'll say inefficiencies like within the government body itself, right? And so like you know there are you know entities in between that will you know take a commission here, you know like take a premium there. It's just I've been all over the world too. It's like you know like why does the U.S. have the highest homeless issue while the rest of the world you know doesn't seem to you know like have that. Now I'm not saying you know once again I'm not saying we shouldn't be compassionate about helping people, but just the population, the homeless population in the U.S. is disproportionately high. Not I shouldn't say the U.S. Should probably say like just California.
Oh my God.
And Portland, right? And Seattle. So.
Yeah, and I was in Austin one time too, man. There was a whole, you know, in Austin they were kind of rebelling. Like they would just set up homeless camps like in front of these major buildings just to do it. I mean, they said I don't know what they were calling this, but it was some kind of like protest, and they would just like put up tents in front of these buildings. And I don't know, man. You know, that again, that whole homeless thing. Like I said, here in Chicago, because you know I saw the one in New York. I mean, not New York. I saw the one actually I didn't see any homeless in New York. I saw the one in LA, which just blew my mind because listen, I was not prepared. But other than that, I really haven't experienced it. Like I don't really see a whole lot of it, you know. And again, because here in Chicago, it's just too cold. Like you know, people they find a way. You know, they have like all kind. They'll repurpose old schools and stuff to let you know stay there. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, I actually did like San Francisco though. Like, it was cool.
Yeah, it's a cool city. You know, like Massachusetts, it's cool.
Chicago's definitely home for me though. I was considering moving somewhere else, you know, and I may at some point, but you know, I like my city.